Hi guys, Miss Sarah here with some new autographs to share from Rccc Comic Con 2014. This is a much smaller con, so it's not so much a big deal as Wizard World with as many guests, but it's just as cool, and it seems like the small cons can surprise me every once in a while. So this first guest that was announced, me and Jason were really excited to see him. We both have we both like this movie, so we were really excited to just see this guest. Ernie Hudson from The Crow. He's also known for Ghostbusters, of course, and other things, but those are probably one of his biggest recognizable movies. Anyways, I'm very excited to see this guest. He's very welcoming. He treated everyone like friends. He was just so sweet. Just a really nice guy, very welcoming, very warm, and he loved to talk to everyone. He's a talker and a hugger. So this is pretty cool, and I love this. One of my all-time favorite movies, and he personally told me it was one of his favorites too. So very, very excited. Very excited to meet her. Very nice guy. He also handed these out. This is his official website and his Twitter and his Facebook. Now, I didn't get in line to get this guy's autograph. I did stop by to say hi, and he handed me this sticker. This is Steve Cardenas. He took over the Red Ranger when Austin St. John left. So, I don't think I'll ever take the sticker out, of course, because I don't want to ruin it. So, I'll just keep it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now, this guy, I heard, is done doing cons. So, this was his last con. And he's done doing Walking Dead. Tony Moore was there. And I know this picture isn't Walking Dead related, but he signed it, and that's good enough for me because if he's not going to do conventions anymore, well, might as well. And so I also got my picture taken with him, and I'll be sure to put that in the video. I'm happy to get this. So, very nice guy. This next guest, Lord Zed from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He's the sweetest old man you'll ever meet. He's so cute. I wanted to hug him, but he looked like I'd hurt him. He was just so small and tiny, and he was just the sweetest little old man if you ever get to meet him. He's so sweet, and I don't know what to say. He's just adorable. So, Lord Zed. Very nice, sweet guy. Now, Cameraman Jason knows this guy, so I saw Jason, and I said, hey, you know, after looking for him, after a while of wandering by myself, and the guy at the booth goes, hey, you want a comic? And I'm like, sure, and he just signed it for me. So I'll add this to my collection. This is Scott Lobdell. This is the 30th anniversary X-Men comic. And he didn't even ask if I wanted it. Well, he did. But he just randomly handed it to me, sort of, kind of, I guess. Anyways, he goes, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm an autograph collector. And so I said, he helped me add another autograph to my collection. So, very nice. I didn't really get to talk to him much, but Jason did. So, that's cool. This next guest, this movie was a movie I've watched a lot, and I was really excited to see him. He looks the same, he's older, he's kind of got the baby face still. This is Sean Astin, and for those who don't know who Sean Astin played, he played Mikey in the Goonies. So, this was pretty cool to get. I love this picture. I love how Chunks just, like, got, like, the frosting on his face, and, like, intensely looking at the map. But, pretty cool to meet Sean Astin. He was also very welcoming, and he talked funny. He was playing along with everyone in line. He was just being so nice, and, pretty cool. Pretty cool to meet Sean Astin. So, yeah. He's also from Lord of the Rings. But I think Goonies is great. Goonies is great, and I think that's really his, rising career start. So, very excited to get Goonies signed. I like it. And these next two guests, I loved this cartoon as a kid. I loved it, and when I found out they were coming to Comic-Con, I was just like, oh, I have to get that because I loved this cartoon. I loved it, and it was just, it's a good cartoon of my childhood. I'm sure some of you are probably going to go, oh, I used to watch that cartoon. Pinky was my absolute favorite character because he was so funny, and the little narf. And he'd always go, ha. He'd always laugh. Right before he said narf, he always said ha ha. And then, of course, Brain is the guy who just really wants to take over the world, and Pinky just, like, kind of goes along with it. It's so cute. But, Rob Paulson, I can't remember how to pronounce this guy's name. It's, like, Maurice something. I have to look it up. But, anyways, they were there, and they were saying their voices while they were talking to you, and it was just, they were, in character. They were just such in character, and it was just really, really cool to meet them. I'm content. I'm very content. I am so excited I got this, and I just love this cartoon. They're also doing voicemail. You could have them do a voicemail on your phone, and it was just, I don't know what else to say. I'm content with this. This is great. That was it for Rose City, and Wizard World's coming up next in January. I'm very excited for that one, so for now, I'll see you guys in January. And another thing too, I want to mention also is that Rob Paulson, he was like, he didn't even care about, because in line they, you know, don't want you to film or have any cameras out. And so Rob Paulson, this guy was dressed up as Yakko. I'll have to put this in the video, and he was just like, who wants to take a picture with Yakko and Yakko? Everyone started taking out their phone, of course, and he just didn't care. And he was singing the, I think it was the States, the song of all the states, in Yakko's voice, and he was just like going along with it, and I had to put it in the video. I got like a little snippet of it, and so I'll have to put that in the video, so pretty cool. It's pretty funny. It was great.
Hey guys, it's Cameron and Jason. We just got back from Rose City Comic Con. We spent a lot of money, picked up some cool stuff. But I'm going to start off with some autographs I picked up. The first one being The Crow, my all-time favorite movie. And it's signed by Ernie Hudson. I was really happy to get this. I was sitting there talking to him about Brandon Lee for a while, and we kind of had a moment about his death. So it was really awesome to get signed, and very awesome guy to meet. So that's another one off my bucket list. I was happy to get that. And the next one is signed by two people. Miss Sarah helped me get this. It was already pre-signed before. Sadly, the actress passed away in, I think, either early 2000s or late 90s. I can't remember. But it's signed by the actress that played Rita Repulsa, and also Robert Axelwood that played Lord Zed and Rita. So that was awesome to get. She signed it to get them Power Rangers. And there's a picture of them out of costume, and he of course was not wearing the costume, he was only the voice. But it's from Robert. It says, "Greetings from Lord Zed." So I was really happy to get that, and I thank Miss Sarah for helping me out with this. So that was awesome.
You're welcome.
Also, moving on to a grab bag I did. I entered a grab bag. It was a $20 grab bag, which you could enter to win a graded I think it was a second appearance Deadpool, and if you know me, I love Deadpool, so I'd pay like millions of dollars for something Deadpool probably. But in the grab bag is kind of cool because you get a bunch of little goodies. First little goodie I got was the Smurf with a, looks like a bird on the shovel. I said he's got the shovel because he's shoveling people's shit. And that was pretty funny. That's him. Also, I got this game called Nox. It's still factory sealed. It looks like a fun little card game. I have no idea. I never played it. But looking forward to trying it out eventually. And I got two Archie comics. My stepdad is a huge fan of Archie comics. And these are kind of dated. I think these are early 80s. Yeah, 86 on this guy. So I was, what, 3? That was pretty awesome. Another one. And they threw in an anime, which I really don't read animes, but okay. It's No Need for Tenchi, Dream a Little Scheme. It's got this blue-haired chick on there. I don't know. A couple other things that was in there. I got Tom Cruise's Minority Report. Still sealed. Okay. So that's on there. And something, my roommate Kyle was happy to hear that I got in the grab bag was The Office Season 2. I've seen some of The Office, I haven't watched a lot of it, but it's a pretty funny show. Like, I guess I'll give it a try, watch it, see if I actually do like it. But that was cool getting that in there. Onward to comic stuff. I'll get the big stuff out of the way first. The first one I got on my own, I got from D.C. Collectibles. I paid like 25 bucks or something like that. Huge fan of the writer. I got this at the con. I had him sign it. Really happy to get it in my collection. But it's the Red Hood DC Collectible action figure exclusive. Scott signed it. He was really happy to see these. He wanted me to go look for the Starfire ones. I was trying to get 2 of them so I could give him one, keep one. But unfortunately, I found one Starfire and I ended up giving it to him. And he kept on trying to pay me, and I was like, look dude, you entertain me with your comics monthly. You don't need to pay me anything. So, this is Red Hood. It's signed. It's going on my wall. Very happy to get it. Next one is also a Red Hood figure. It is Arsenal. Found him at the con. He was kind of hidden on a table. I kind of had to move things out of the way. But I found him. I paid 25 bucks for him. Very awesome. These DC collectible action figures are really cool. They're not coming out of the box. They're staying in there. Scott was happy to see this too, so glad to get this in my collection. Also, another big autograph, Power Ranger themed, is I got the last Team Triano Power Ranger shirt. It says Team Triano Rocky Red Ranger on it. Steve Cardenas signed it up here. It's going to go in the same frame thing I have for Jason David Frank, so I'm going to have both the Red and Green Ranger shirts in that frame. Very happy to get that. Steve was really awesome to me, very friendly. So, I'm going to throw that in there. Next is comics. Let me get these comics going for you guys. I met Nathan Curry. He was an ex-MMA fighter. Very awesome guy, very built. He started his own comic called Zombie Cage Fighter, of course. It was on Spike TV, and I believe it was also advertised on Comic Book Man, the comic book show after The Walking Dead. But he signed it on there. I got a picture with him. It was very cool seeing him. So, happy to get that. Next is a bunch of Scott Lobdell comics I had sitting around the house, and then I didn't get a few of them signed. But I got Generation X, signed by Scott Lobdell. Over here is Superman Hell #1. It's a 3D cover, and if you can see in the camera, it looks kind of 3D, his signature. So that's really cool to get. Sorry about the noise outside. I guess they're doing construction. It's nice that they don't really let us know what's going on. So,
sorry for the noise, guys.
So this is Teen Titans: Death of a Family. I brought this to last con Scott was at, but he accidentally passed through it and accidentally forgot to sign it. So I brought it this time. The signature is actually on the inside, so that's gonna stay in there. Just to let you know, it's signed upwards like that. Then I got Superman against the Power of Starfire, so they're kind of having a little fight in this issue. It's really cool. Huge Starfire fan. I don't like Superman, for most of you know that. So, but that was cool. In the comic, I kind of fought for getting Scott back on the comic. I pushed and pushed for this, so this was a welcoming back comic for me. That's Red Hood 32. It's got kind of the Miami Vice theme going on. Happy to get that in my collection. And then there's 33 on the back. Got some really good artwork. If most of you have been following this comic, we've had a lack of artists on it since Kenneth left. So it's kind of graceful to see somebody who knows what they're doing actually making art on this comic again. Then all these are part of that grab bag also. These were the comics that were worth it, except for one of them in the back here was part of that Scott Lobdell deal. So let me dig that out real quick. He had a bunch of X-Men issues he brought with him. He gave Miss Sarah one, and I asked him if he had any more. Huge X-Men fan. Growing up in the 90s, that was the thing to read. And I got this Uncanny X-Men. If you read only one X title this month, this issue is a must. And it's got Mortal Kombat on the back, so that's freaking awesome. So I enjoyed that. And these are part of that grab bag also. There's a bunch of comics, a bunch of like Malibu and Valiant. I'm not a big reader in those types of comics. I have no interest in them. But I kept the ones that are worth interest to me. I got Morbius, the Living Vampire, which you know from Spider-Man and whatnot. I got, what is this? Freak Force. It's an Image comic. I do enjoy Image comics. It's like Norm Rampon and Merritt Michaels and them guys. It was cool to have this. The last one is D.C.Comics Superboy. I don't mind Superboy too much. He's not a bad character, but I got that out of that grab bag. So I got a couple more little things that was kind of buried under those comics. I'll show you real quick. I got a couple prints. There's a Thanos print. Really cool. It's got the skull breathing out energy. I think that represents death. And on the back is Red Lantern. I can't remember her name, but it was really cool to get. And then, of course, I got a Deadpool. I'm not leaving a con without Deadpool. And on the back of that is Moon Knight. Then I was also able to get a Tony Moore autograph from Fear Agent. I guess that's his new project he's working on. Like Miss Sarah said, he's done with Walking Dead and he's done with cons. So he's going to take time out to focus on a different project. I also got a print from Tony Moore. He's done doing cons and done doing Walking Dead. He's been doing it for the last, 10 years. So he wants to focus his energy on a new project, and Fear Agent's probably that project he's going to be working on for a while. So I was happy to get that signed since this is his last convention for a very long time. I don't know if he's going to do any more in the future, but it's really cool to have in my collection. I have a Walking Dead print from him already, so this will look nice going next to it. Next up is I got a sketch, a quick sketch of Rocket Raccoon. It's like a kid-friendly sketch of him. So really cool to get. I signed up for their newsletter and you get a free sketch. So there he is, kid-friendly Rocket. Awesome to have. Also, I really like these guys, and I believe they're brothers. But it's Matt Wagner and Brendan Wagner. Matt Wagner's been all over the place. He's worked on Dark Horse, Dynamite. I believe he's done both Marvel and DC. But really cool to get. This is a little print of Grendel versus the Shadow. If you remember the Shadow from like the early 90s comics and whatnot. And Grendel is pretty much a cult classic, so really cool to get that. I'm happy to have them both on there. So those are our finds from Rose City Comic Con. We had a lot of fun. Got some picks, met some awesome people. And yeah, stay tuned. We got Wizard World coming up, a couple game finds coming up. Portland Retro is right around the corner. So have a good one. Thanks for watching.
Guam. Good job. Great job, buddy. Thank you for keeping me alive. Good job, dude. See you later.